Clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Operating from the gun. Porter letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Porter. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Porter. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Zach Gentry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before break. Porter. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Porter. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Off play action. Porter. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53.
Off the play fake. Porter. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off play action. Porter. And it's brought in by Washington. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Number 53. Mike, 53.
Off the play fake. Porter. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
2nd and 2.
Give me something.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge it. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
52. Watch 52. 52.
Off play action. Porter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. Porter.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Off play action. Porter. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down now, it's Barnes. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they have punched a playoff spot. Bad news, if they want to make a Super Bowl for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th and final spot. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Where they The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! In for the score, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream, one you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back to throw. Porter firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Washington's got it. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Check 53. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike 20. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
They'll look to throw, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This from Tom Dempsey range here.
That's our ball, baby. Go in the other
So
way.
4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. First throw of overtime for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is taken at the 18. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.